What was supposed to be a routine workout in Miami turned into absolute chaos. The reason? Colorado Buffalo's Shedeur Sanders found himself in an embarrassing position after he got in a verbal tussle with the Miami Hurricanes quarterback, Cameron Ward. As captured by well-off media, the reason behind the duel was who had garnered more yards in their respective games. Ward exposed the Buffs' quarterback's embarrassing past, leading to a verbal showdown until Darius Sanders made an entry. Meanwhile, Shedeur suffered another blow by losing his top position in the 2025 mock draft to his Georgia Bulldogs rival. Now that Ward is in Miami, he is unwilling to leave his home turf for Shedeur to excel. As they both hit the field for some pat-and-go drills, Ward, the natural trash talker, argued with the Buffs QB, embarrassing Deion's son. But the reason behind the tussle? It was about who completed more go balls. Go balls are all about QBs showing their arm strength while putting the ball up, keeping their body inside, and catching the ball on the outside framework. Ward came up with an open challenge for Shedeur. I bet I complete more go balls than you give me the ball you. Knowing about his poor go ball record, the Buffs QB changed the track of the conversation by asking, "How many yards you have?" The Hurricanes QB replied, 37, which is true, as sources confirm Ward holds a yard record 3,735. Getting Ward's numbers, Shedeur, in a defiant tone, addressed the Miami QB, "How many yards I have?" 37. Shedeur, a little embarrassed by Ward's numbers, attempted to improve his own by his tally of 3,230 yards. In that case, was the verbal tussle Ward's plan to expose Shedeur's weaknesses? We can say that, but the superpowers of Carson Beck snatch away Shedeur's top spot. Being Deion Sanders' son and standing at the fag end of his college football journey, Shedeur already had a lot of expectations on his shoulders. Amidst such a challenging time, he received another jolt. All kudos to ESPN's Matt Miller, who dropped the 2025 NFL mock draft on July 3rd. Beck secured the top spot in the draft, and Shedeur has been demoted to number 2. The ESPN analyst didn't end up with the list by rolling a dice. Instead, he had good reasons behind the lineup. While preparing the list, Shedeur's high sack, 52 record had lived rent-free in his head. On the other hand, Beck's talent to hold his own in tight pockets without getting sacked came as the winning nugget. To quote Miller, "So I think Beck is the player who is the top quarterback in this class because of how well he protects himself in the pocket and what he does with that big right arm. Whereas Shedeur Sanders, very surgical, but he gets rocked in those pockets and at times gets a little bit beat up." The fact that it's a big question for a quarterback who is 6'2", 215 pounds, prodded him a little. Meanwhile, even though Shedeur witnessed a silver lining as Nebraska Cornhuskers HC Matt Rue showered praise on him, the college football fans turned him into a laughingstock, seeing his talents as the favor of the Deion Sanders legacy.